Hi, Wyzant. My name is Francis Vallejo, and I thought I would give you a little information about myself, considering you might be interested in working with me. So I've been a teacher at the college level for art, specifically illustration, for the last 12 years. First at the Illustration Academy, and then the last 10 at the College for Creative Studies in Detroit, Michigan, where I am the section lead for the illustration department. I teach classes particularly in figure drawing and drawing in general, painting, career development, like how to make a career out of illustration and the steps to get your portfolio branded and market it, how to come up with your personal style, and just general illustration topics. Now, if you are not at the college level and you're interested in pursuing art as a career or as a major, I can really help in your portfolio preparation, given that I review those portfolios and I work with students that then get in the department. So I'm open to working with people at a variety of different levels. So let's take a look at a little bit of my background. So I'll share my screen. So you can see more at my website. It's francisvallejo.com. But this is one of the books that I put out semi-recently. It was a nationwide release with Roxanne Orgel. It was the most awarded picture book of the year when it came out. These are some of the traditional paintings that I created for the book here. So definitely an emphasis on classic figurative and narrative compositions, with a bit of realism and stylization within it. So some pieces there. Another book I did with Neil Gaiman. It's a wonderful major author. Anansi Boys is the book here. And you can see some of the illustrations that I created for this project in color and black and white. This project utilized a bit more digital tools just because of the faster deadlines, but I do emphasize traditional tools, but I can speak towards digital as well. Some of my illustration work broadly, just scroll through here, I would say has roots in mid-century and classic American illustration with some influences from the comic book industry. I got into art because of comic books initially, and I've worked for Image Comics and a variety of publishers. So I tend to work in the publishing and comic book marketplace. Um, Speaking of comics, some of those. This was a pretty involved French comic here. Some more stylized cartooning type comics here. And then a little bit more if you want to see about me and my bio. These are some of my clients that I've worked with here. I've exhibited nationally, been published quite a few places. Some of my awards, the Kresge Art Fellowships, one of the larger fellowships in the country. I'm in the collection of Mercedes-Benz, the Anchorage Museum, the U.S. Department of Interior Museum. So I've had a very varied and proud career up to this point, and I have a lot of exciting projects I'm working on at the moment. But alongside this, as I mentioned, I do teach full-time at the College for Creative Studies, section lead in illustration. So to give you some insight into my teaching, I am available to teach locally to my location in Detroit, Michigan, but most likely you're here because you're interested in online teaching. So I did lead the department in creating best practices during the COVID era, so I'm very, very comfortable teaching online. So here's a little sample of what a lesson might look like, where I first have a lecture, whatever the topic of the day is. And lecture sounds very formal. It's just a lesson, I suppose. So in this instance, it's a lesson, introductory lesson on drawing the head. So we have some introductory slides that I would talk about, some baseline theories and ideas in how you lay out the head planarly and anatomically. And these slides would be available to the student, some samples on construction of a head, a different approach. Instead of the rhythmic Riley structure, this is more of a wedge sail from Houston, what that might look like, how you can handle portrait lighting here, the different lighting structures, how those can be memorized and internalized and repeated over time. Some landmarks in the face, particularly as the plane changes, and just some additional facial construction slides with reinforcement that the skull is under the head. So depending on your skill level, I can cater the complexity of the information. This would be for a freshman or sophomore college level. But again, as mentioned, I've taught high school students, even grade school workshops every once in a while. I can definitely scale the information towards the skill level and the goals. So just to summarize, please reach out if you're interested in working with me. I have quite a bit of an experience. I'm genuinely and truly excited to just help the next generation pursue the arts. I didn't have a lot of resources as a young man in the 90s and 2000s to pursue art. And I really, really enjoy opening up the possibilities of the art world, especially in the illustrative side or the traditional drawing and painting side. So whether you are just learning to simply get better at drawing and painting, or you are working on your portfolio to get into college, you're in college or after college looking to tighten up your portfolio and land your first professional jobs, I would be happy to talk to you and discuss options that we might have. So thanks for watching the video up to this point. Have a great rest of your day and reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.